We reread the story of the Three Little Pigs, which was a familiar story to some of you, and some of you was a new story. And that was this book here. So we read that yesterday. We did our story webs where we created characters and settings and events that happened in a particular order. So today we are going to do the same thing with a new story. And you're going to find a lot of connections from the Three Little Pigs to our story that we're going to read today, which is the true story of the Three Little Pigs. Now, while you're reading this, I want you to think about things such as, are there new characters? Is it a different setting? And we're going to do story webs again today. And we're going to do a little bit of acting out and drawing if that's the way we want to take it. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this. So just looking at this cover, the true story of the Three Little Pigs, can someone tell me or show me what they see on the cover?
I see a wolf.
You see a wolf. Okay, great. So Wolf was a character from the Three Little Pigs. And was he portrayed as a good guy or was he kind of a bad guy?
Bad guy.
He was a bad guy. So looking at this cover, the true story of the Three Little Pigs, do we think this story is going to be told by the Three Little Pigs or do we think that the wolf might tell this story?
I think the wolf's going to tell.
You think the wolf's going to tell it? Do we agree with Mark or do we disagree? I see a lot of agrees. All right, well, we're going to read to find out if your prediction is correct. The true story of the Three Little Pigs. Everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, which you guys do because you just read it. Or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. All right, let's find out who my side is. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. Okay, so Mark made a great prediction. It's the wolf, so you guys all agreed. Great. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. Okay, when Mr. Wolf here is saying the word diet, can anyone show me or draw or tell me what they think he might mean by diet? Because I have a connection to make for this.
Yeah, food. What?
Food. Okay, great. So just like you guys did in science yesterday with your biome web animal food webs, this is just describing what wolves eat in their environment. So looking at our picture here, what do we see in this burger?
A burger.
Does it look like a normal burger?
No.
What's different about it?
It's got ears and tails and snouts.
Okay, friends, so looking at this picture, what kind of animals can we say are in a wolf's diet?
Oh, I see rabbit ears, a mouse's tail.
Oh, that doesn't sound so good. But that's what wolves eat, like we've been learning all week long in science. So does that sound like that makes him a bad guy for eating that, or is that just what he should be eating? Should he be eating like people?
No.
Oh, okay, that's good. I'm just gonna kind of... So way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. See a picture of Granny there. Has anybody ever celebrated a birthday with a family member? Can you tell me what you did?
Yeah.
How did you celebrate? You can draw it if you want or act it out.
No, we blew out candles on a cake.
Blew out candles on a cake. Okay, so similar to what Mr. Wolf is doing. Oh, good. Great job. He's making a cake for his dear old granny. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. Okay, so bright, that's kind of an interesting word because like we've been working on with multi-meaning words, bright can have more than one meaning. So bright like a light. So we're going to just use our context clues like we've been doing. That doesn't sound like that would work because a pig wouldn't be bright like a light.
No.
So Mr. Wolf is referring to the pig not being bright as in not too smart. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Okay, so last word we're going to focus on before we close this for the day is going to be that word straw. So we're going to pass these around. We have straws, which you guys might be familiar with. We're not going to put our mouths on them. We're just going to pass them around. I know you want to. Pass around. Those are straws that we drink out of. And then we have straw, like what you see like on a farm. So looking at our picture here, we can use our illustration as a clue. Hold up number 1 if you think it's the drinking straw, or number 2 if you think it's the farm straw. 2. All right, I see a lot of 2s. Excellent. Okay, so one more. I'm doing a page actually. So that's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. All right, we're going to do this together because we know this from the last story. So, well, I huffed and I puffed. All right, and I want you to turn and talk to a partner. What do we think is going to happen? So turn and talk. You can act it out or you can use your whiteboards to draw what you think is going to happen next.
Oh, I think he's going to sneeze and blow the house over.
Okay, great. I hear some people saying they think the sneeze is going to blow the house over. Okay, well, we're going to stop there and we will find out tomorrow. Cliffhanger. Okay, so to review the story, can I have somebody act out something that happened in the story? Tell me what happened, or draw me what happened on your whiteboard.
Yeah.
One event. Okay, great. So Mark is drawing Mr. Wolf making the cake for his granny. That's an excellent drawing. That happened, yeah, and that happened in the beginning, so it was one of the first events. So tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to find out what happens next, and we're going to begin our story maps for the true story of the Three Little Pigs, just like we did for the story of the Three Little Pigs. And we're going to list our characters, character traits, and other fun things that you guys can draw or act out again. And yeah, I'm excited to do this tomorrow. Thank you, class.